It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
The rumors are true. He's back. There's Tom Griswold in the air chair.
That's right. Great to be back.
There he is.
It's getting back to a life of normality. Cleaned up 3 piles of dog diarrhea this morning.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's nice.
I had that experience at 1:30.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to do after major heart surgery, but...
I don't think I praised you enough for your system that you have in place for dogs pooping in the house.
Yeah. Once again, you take a paper plate, cut it in half.
It's amazing.
Put on disposable gloves.
Yep.
Scoop it into a plastic bag.
45 minutes later, it's clean.
No. That's 3 solid. And then you just take some...
Squirty stuff.
Get the mop and the squirty stuff and the paper towel. It's all done.
It's all done?
A lot of bending over, though. That was kind of uncomfortable, but it's okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I stepped in the vomit on my
No. Let's move on.
Oh, wait a minute. Bare feet?
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
1:30 in the morning. Oh, yeah.
Josh, you want to take this one?
Some guy just wrecked his car. Thinking about how hot that is.
Oh, yuck.
Christy walking.
Dog vomit-coated bare feet turns somebody on.
You know it does.
You know it does.
Some beautiful weirdo out there, you know.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Who are we to
exactly
judge?
right. Some beautiful weirdo.
Beautiful weirdo.
I like that.
Now, we have a lot to get to today, including a genuinely really cool world record. Have you seen the video?
Okay, I know you've been sick, so I'm going to go, wow, you're right.
The one with the airplane?
It's a commercial.
A commercial?
Yeah, I've seen the commercial. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They made a commercial out of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
a little... No, it's a lot nuts, but it's very cool.
It's an incredibly dangerous
All right.
world record. If anything had gone wrong, it would have been an obituary.
Sure.
So we'll get to that.
You know what else we have today?
Space
The Toy Hall of Fame.
Oh, no
We have our list of possible inductees.
This is the Hall of Fame that gave the stick.
Yes.
They declared that a toy.
Do you want to know what it is this year?
Is it a real toy?
I think Battleship is up, isn't it?
Battleship is up, but this is one of the finalists. Sand.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Well, sand makes more sense than stick.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's the same thought, I guess.
You can make
It's an
sandcastles.
element, if you will.
I don't think so.
A lot of kids have played with sand
Well,
for...
that doesn't make it a toy.
Sandbox, yeah.
Do you think it...
And you play with yourself and no one ever, I hope.
I haven't been inducted yet.
Wouldn't that be
Why
something?
don't they induct a penis?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a favorite toy.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's a hell of a toy.
One year, just penis and dildo.
That's right. Can't forget the ladies.
Middle finger.
You know,
Actually,
ladies don't usually get those as...
we do have fingering news today.
Oh, good. All right.
As in pointing out a suspect?
Yeah.
No, as in video games.
He fingered me.
Oh, yeah,
and finger protection
that's a sports story.
is in the news. Is that a sports story?
I gave it to him because
It's,
mobile
gamer.
gaming is a sport.
Gamers.
Okay.
Well, that's where Benji Fishy came from.
Chick, you know the book that Who Framed Roger Rabbit came from was actually titled Who Fingered Roger Rabbit.
Oh, God.
And yeah, and I guess the folks at Disney went, we'll go ahead and we'll change that.
Who fingered Roger Rabbit?
Yeah. Well, see, that was kind of
There he is.
detective thing,
Right,
sort of a
right.
Sam Spade. Yeah.
Exactly.
In the lineup, he fingered Mobby, whatever the hell it was. No.
There's a whole series of those, fingered, hooked up, doesn't mean the same thing anymore. You used to say, hey, Willie, I heard you're hooking up with Kostaki this weekend, meaning that I'm going to be hanging out with Kostaki, but now hooked up means you're hanging out in a certain way. Yes, doing it, Christy.
The word partner.
Yeah.
Sure.
The word partner used to mean, for example, it would be, he's in the same law firm.
Business partner?
Legal partner.
Now you have to say my work partner or my...
Oh, I think now it's just this is my
Relationship
boyfriend
partner.
or husband. I don't think anybody's trying to hide it anymore. You know what I mean?
No,
No, but I mean, you have to clarify sometimes.
The term
Sexual partner?
25 years ago, I think, really meant primarily business partner.
Sure.
And now it primarily means the other, which is fine. It just so if you fingered your partner, in 1960, if you fingered your partner,
Somebody was going to jail.
It meant that the lawyer you were working with was a crook, and you'd call the cops on him.
Right.
Now, if you're fingering your partner,
I'm not entirely
Friday
sure.
night.
maybe you're at the drive-in.
Exactly.
We should keep using the word finger. I don't know. I guess as long as we don't say bang with it. I guess.
Oh,
Maybe
my
that's-
gosh.
Maybe that's the objectionable.
What do you mean? Like when you make like a gun with your fingers and go bang, bang, bang?
Yeah, like a finger bang.
Yeah,
bang,
yeah,
bang, bang.
bang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't that the boy band on South Park? Finger Bang?
Yeah, they did a song.
so. Finger bang.
I'm gonna finger bang. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well.
Words are funny, aren't they?
And it's up to Ace when he does the joke of the day.
Hasn't happened yet.
He's gone rogue. It's up to him to push the button. There's Willie Griswold, and as you hear, Tom is back. Yes, Tom
Hello,
Griswold.
testing.
Back in the air chair.
Who saw that coming?
Here he is with his joke of the day.
My friend, he had this really cool bakery,
Yeah.
but it burned down yesterday.
Oh, no.
Now his business is toast.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
He's changed businesses, Josh. Used to make bread. Now it's toast.
I don't know if you noticed that. That was the no-look pass of jokes. Ace looked off, and he goes, his business is toast now. And he went back to the mic. Oh, yeah.
Very confident.
He's getting cocky now.
There's somebody over there. Okay, thank you very much.
Dear rebels of the radio waves.
Wow, like Deadpool.
Thank you for ruining my crew at work. I run a pressure testing line for a tank manufacturer.
Yeah.
And ever since John Arnold, thank you, sir, coined that new blasted phrase, my whole line has started using Mama Benji Fishy in ways it was never meant to be used. The most common way they're using it is with the same cadence most people would say, AMFer. So, Mama Benji Fishy.
I like that.
And apparently it's running rampant.
So if you hit your thumb with a hammer, you scream out Mama Benji Fishy?
Yeah.
And as we learned a couple days ago, yes, we have people sending in their kids. Mama Benji Fishy is, this is a toddler.
Sweeping the nation.
Mama Benji Fishy's coming to town. Coming to town. Coming to town. Mama Benji Fishy's coming to town. Her last name is Town.
Yeah. There you go, huh?
What's that dude's name?
Mama Benji Fishy.
What a good kid.
And we have a
we have a phone call. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Donnie.
Hey, Donnie.
I heard you guys arguing about a bunch of stuff today. Not only all this wind tunnel stuff, but your Toys Hall of Fame report.
Yeah. I always like the Toy Hall of Fame, but they've got some dumb stuff up this year.
Well, I can't believe of all the dumb toys on your list, Tom, you guys didn't mention Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
You could stretch him for days. The only toy that came chock full of its own embalming fluid. Remember? I swear to God, if you stretched it too far, you see the pus pour out its crown. I swear to God. I remember this one time we thought we could just put it in the oven, maybe soften him up even more. And that worked good for about 10 minutes. But then, next morning, his arms shriveled up. Instead of arms, looked like old Stretch was waving two labias at us. I swear to God.
Beautiful imagery. Beautiful imagery.
But about 6 years later, that thing brought over more, $20 at the garage sale.
Oh, I bet.
My fat cousin Ray, he backed over him once with his dune buggy, had snow tires on it. And bam, that Stretch Armstrong popped so hard, looked like somebody curb stomped a go-gurt. I swear to God. And why come sidewalk chalk gets in before Stretch Armstrong?
I don't know.
We never had sidewalk chalk to play with. And I was none the wiser till my mom Phyllis got a little buzzed, and years later she'd carve up sidewalk chalk and mix them in my generic Cheerios just so I think I was eating Lucky Charms like the others.
That is sad.
Yeah.
You laugh, Christy, but I've never had heartburn.
No?
Oh, and the slinky?
Yes.
You're right. It sucks because it never works good. You ever notice that anybody that actually made the slinky work down the stairs probably spent the rest of their life living behind razor wire? I swear to God.
Oh, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
and the slinky
I
really
bet you
blows if you're
Bundy
living in a
had
trailer.
2 Slinkies, Christy. I bet you Bundy had 4 Slinkies. The official toy of serial killers.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Any toy that you can train to run from you? Swear to God. And the worst game ever was board game Battleship.
Oh,
That's up.
I like that.
That's up for the Hall of Fame.
Well, first off, you got to yell out letters and numbers, and I hate anything that smells or sounds like algebra. But second and foremost, I was an only child.
Oh.
You ever play Battleship up against a mirror?
Poor kid.
I swear to God, sucks. I was undefeated. The game was easier than stabbing fish in a barrel, but still no fun. I'm going to go.
Okay.
And one final...
Do you give a kid a slinky if you live in a ranch house?
Well, you could take them to the park. You can take them other places, sure.
You give sidewalk chalk to a kid that's got a gravel driveway.
We had a ranch house, and I had a slinky.
Did you know? What'd you do?
Yeah, but my grandmother had stairs to her basement, so we'd use that.
You come over to Grammy's house and play with your slinky.
Minutes of fun.
No, you can pretend it's an accordion. Fun stuff.
That's a nice memory I have.
You can put it on your
grandmother's
brother's arm, close it, and then rip his arm hair out. You can do that.
Okay, great.
Wow, that sounds sexy.
I have a question.
I always wanted a dune buggy. Can we get back to that?
No kidding.
God. Weren't they the greatest? You don't see those anymore.
I saw 2 go-karts sitting out of a house yesterday, sitting outside.
Right.
I'm not a thief, but I thought about it.
Really?
Yeah.
You in a go-kart?
Yes.
More like a stop cart.
More like a stop cart.
More like a stop
That was
cart.
right there. More like a go-gurt.
You want to go? Let's go race go-karts. Well, there's a place right over here we could go. It's fun.
I would like to do that.
It's fun, Josh. You're fine. You fit
Do they have
right in
seatbelt
there.
extensions?
No, you don't.
It's not a go-kart. It's a shopping cart.
You guys are awful.
Of course we're awful. That's why we're here.
A stop cart. Wouldn't move at all, would it, Pat?
Let me tell you something.
Son of a...
Let me tell you something.
Oh, my God.
There's Willie Griswold, and right back to Tom Griswold, and we have a special guest on the Zoom. Tom.
Yes, we're joined by comedian Bob Zany. We got the Zoom going, and Bob, you've got your face shield on.
Oh, good.
It's not necessary, is it?
No, it makes it sound like you're in a can.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world, Tom.
Good to see you, Bob Zany.
You know what I like is it says face shield, just in case you mix this up with something else.
What's that damn thing called?
Yeah, well, it's like having your own sneeze shield at the salad bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just remember the first time I heard them call that a sneeze shield, I went, oh, God. Because I used to enjoy the salad bar, and now I think they had
Now
to...
people are
It's much
sneezing.
better than snot shield. Look, Tom, I just want to say something publicly. I didn't reach out to you after the incident, and I apologize for that. I'm glad you're well.
Well, thank you very much. I'm doing fine, feeling great. And God bless all those great doctors and healthcare professionals. And now you're back on the road, I understand, Bob Zany.
That's right. I'm actually in Wabash, Indiana right now because that would involve me driving there.
Whose house are you in?
I'm actually in a very nice hotel. It's an
because
old hotel.
there's a bunch of framed pictures behind you, so it doesn't look like a hotel.
That's my career.
And what room?
You can tell because they're black and white. That's how old I am.
What room are you in, Bob?
Chick, last time you did this, it wasn't pretty.
I know. We all loved it, though. Did we all love it,
we
kids?
did. Yeah.
It is funny. It is always. Christy, you look great, by the way. I'm glad you're canceling. And the professionalism you bring to the show by canceling appointments on the air.
Now, I want to point out that Mr. Bob Zany, comedian, his DryBar comedy special has already hit 2 million views, which is amazing. And congratulations, Bob.
Mostly sex bombs.
Isn't that amazing?
Is that now? Is that still available to be viewed, Bob?
Yeah, it's on drybarcomedy.com. If you download the app, I have my own promo code now, Tom. Bob Zany. You save some cash. You get to see a lot of great comedians probably been on this show, and of course my special. It's also on the YouTube. YouTube.
Okay, thanks. And then I should point out you're working tonight in Wabash, Indiana, with Kostaki Economopoulos.
That's
Is that
right.
correct? At the Eagles Theater.
That's what I heard.
And then tomorrow at the is this correct? Tomorrow at the Paramount Theater in Anderson with Kostaki Economopoulos.
That's right. It's Kostaki. It's our big 2-day tour.
All right.
And then Kostaki will continue, if I'm not mistaken, on Saturday with Willie.
Mm-hmm. Saturday night at the Strand in Shelbyville, Indiana.
And can we pause, Bob, for just a second? Bob, can we pause to a little tribute to the Strand? Little Roxy music.
It is there.
Dracula? Yeah, that's Roxy music.
That is horrible.
Awful.
Brian Ferry sounds like Dracula to me.
Okay, I agree.
To the Strand.
Is that what he was saying?
Yeah, well, eventually.
It's
It's
only
the
that it
name
sounds
of
like
a
music.
dance.
I couldn't pick out any word.
Me either.
Oh, it's great. Now, back to
so
Bob Zany.
excited.
Bob, you've been back on tour now, out there on the road. Any observations about life in the fast lane?
Well, first, if there's any more dates we can promote for Willie, that would be great.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate that.
Well,
Tom.
actually, Josh Arnold is out this week at the Toledo Funny Bone.
We're going to play that game.
Friday and Saturday night with J.O., Jeff Oskey. That's right.
Now,
Okay, good.
Bob,
Chick, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be at home in the compound.
Bob, another interesting point. You're famous for the sales of merchandise, merch, as they call it in the trade. And Josh has picked up from your queue. And Josh currently carries a satchel full of koozies with clever phrases on them.
Sure.
That he sells after the show. Now, is there a Bob Zany koozie? What? I know that you have a number of things. How many merch items do you sell at a show?
Right now, I'm actually selling DVDs of The Informant with Matt Damon, since, of course, I'm in it.
All right.
But also, my famous T-shirts, Eat Salmon, the other Pink Meat. My real name is B.D. McGee. And, of course, Wake Me If You're Horny. And, Willie, I guarantee if you wear that Wake Me If You're Horny shirt, you're going to get a good night's sleep.
So, Bob, in all truth, what is your biggest selling merch item in the last 10 years?
Well, it has to be Eat Salmon, the other Pink Meat. It's an amazing shirt, and it's been around forever now, and it's evergreen, Tom, which you can respect because you're big in radio. By the way, my lovely wife, Erin O'Connor, who you've quoted on this show several times, came up with an idea, and I think this is going to be the next big shirt.
Oh.
Ready?
Yeah.
I have no friends, and that's more than enough.
Oh, very nice. That's good. That is a good shirt.
I think we can all relate to that.
Now, Bob, I don't know if you remember this, but one of my obviously this whole COVID thing has been a nightmare, and it's tragic and awful.
I've enjoyed it.
But there are a couple of humorous observations. One of which, I'm not sure if it's you or your wife, Erin, that came up with it. Do you recall what I'm fishing for here?
Oh, great. Now you're mixing up my jokes with the wife.
No, this was definitely your wife's.
If the one I'm thinking about, the COVID-19 can live 4 days on a toilet seat, beating out Elvis by 3.
Yes.
That is
Great joke.
That's a Bob Zany.
Is that yours, Bob? That's one of my favorites.
That's the best COVID joke.
There's a lot going on there.
There is a lot going on, and let me tell you something. Don't do that joke in Memphis.
I bet not.
Yeah. I've always wondered.
But, I think EP would have laughed at that joke because he had a great sense of humor. EP.
He did now. Okay, well, good. Well, good to know. Let's see. So once again, Bob Zany back on the road, and
I do have a Zany report for you, Tom. I know you
good.
love the
I
Zany
have
report.
another stupid question.
Go right ahead, please.
The Eat Salmon, the other Pink Meat. That was based on an ad campaign. What was the original ad campaign? Was it for pork?
Eat pork.
The other white meat.
The other white meat.
And has that ad campaign ended? I don't recall seeing.
Yeah, I think
Yes, it has. Mm-hmm. But a fun fact about that, I received a letter about 10 years ago from the pork industry, cease and desist of the shirt.
Oh.
And this is the best part of it. The lady who was the attorney on the project thought I was a meat company.
That's got to
She
be.
didn't get the joke.
That's a compliment, I would think.
Yeah, I think you're okay. That's would obviously be considered parody, so I hope they didn't waste their money with a lot of lawyers. So you have a Zany report. Explain how this works, Bob.
Well, it's a take on the news. And by the way, in November, I have the Zany report coming out on DryBar, 10 episodes of me behind a desk with an audience, and it's really cool looking.
Oh.
Even going to have some photos like here or something like that. So it's going to be
old
great.
school news, yeah.
10 episodes, yeah. So who knows? That could be the next big thing, or maybe me just doing a show with Willie.
Bob, my calendar's open, buddy.
Okay, well, Bob, go ahead.
Get used to it, Willie.
Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we have 2 minutes to do the Zany report.
1 out of 3 people 65 years or older will fall. The other 2/3 will push them.
Very good.
Nice.
Dateline, Delaware, a woman is suing the state police for blocking her car and held her at gunpoint before realizing they got the wrong suspect. Now, in the defense of the police, her name was Karen.
Probable cause. Yeah.
Probable cause. Thank you, Chick. Mm-hmm. Hey, a SpaceX rocket has sent a shipment of ants and avocados to the International Space Station. Up next, send uncles and tortilla chips.
Silly.
Very good, Bob. Very good.
Nice.
Now, got some good news. I got some bad news. Here's the bad news. The Federal Wildlife Registry has listed the bushy-tailed red fox on the endangered species list.
Yeah.
Here's the good news. They didn't have to list the slappy white beaver. The slappy white beaver. Poor Willie's sitting there going, who's slappy white?
Very obscure.
Chinese scientists have examining ice cores have discovered 33 new viruses, and much like COVID-19, they can't wait to get them out to the world.
All right.
And this isn't a new feature that I've been doing. It's called the Zany Report Time Capsule. This is where I travel back in time and revisit a past Zany Report joke. I have to do it. So if you guys are ready, here we go.
All right.
That was the time machine.
He just traveled back in
That
time.
or a seizure.
I don't have a button to push. This is from June 12th, 2012.
You're pushing
Lexington. Yeah, Daylight, Lexington, Kentucky. I heard that. A fisherman caught a prosthetic leg out of the Gulf of Mexico. Now, here's the weird part. He had to throw it back because he was at his prosthetic leg limit.
Fine joke.
That is weird.
Only one per season.
Yeah.
Had to throw it back.
Yes.
Prosthetic leg.
Very
Yes.
nice.
Prosthetic. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a tough word for me. Going to West Covina High School.
Thank you,
Bye,
Bob. Always a
Bob.
pleasure.
You guys are the best. Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
Bobby.
bye.
Love the Elvis stuff. Now we have.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com or listen live.